What is going on, you guys? Today is a rainy ass day. Right now I'm currently driving my brother's G35 and I'm headed to the shop to pick up his new front tires because his are cambered out. And after that I am headed to my buddy Nilo's shop, where I always get my tires mounted and get an alignment done at the same time. After all of that is said and done, I am going to be headed back home, hopefully in time. Gotta pick up my niece and my nephew from school. And on today's agenda is to plug up the sunroof, because the car sunroof is leaking, because the drain on the sunroof, tray itself is, I'm pretty sure, 100% clogged up. I'm gonna eliminate it like I did on my CRX, and hopefully prevent water from getting inside. I'm also gonna be backing up the car so I can do the battery box and the battery tie down and all of that, get that out of the way. So enough for the talking in the car, because it's very, very dangerous. And let's get to the shop safely. I can always count on Caesar to get me the tires like super fast. So I got two tires right here, 245/40/19s. My brother's gonna match his front tires to his rear. He's read on the forums and he said that it's good to run a wide tire, obviously, because more grip, maximum grip, and it's like a go-kart pretty much, squared up. And even though the wheel's staggered, but his tires in the front are bald anyways, and he didn't want to get smaller tires. He didn't like that minor stretch up in the front. So with these tires, hopefully it should be a tad bit beefier. But yeah, I just called Nilo. He can get it done by 2 o'clock, so off to Nilo's shop. Infinity problems. Holy shit. I just got completely sideways in my brother's car at the light trying to make the green, and I got sideways, but I controlled it. Woo! What an entry to drifting. Almost shit my pants. Nieces and nephews are home, and this is what I got to deal with right here. This is it. That's right. There's a ton of water inside the car. You can see it on my door panel right there. And where all that rag is at, that's a puddle of water, which is coming from the trunk area. So what I'm gonna do first right now is back up the car right here, so that way I can have the sunroof somewhat right here. I'm gonna have to block off the hood because that portion is gonna be up in the rain, probably with this bag right here. And then strip the whole headliner, pillar, panels, and all of that stuff. Pull the sunroof off and gut it for the skin, the plug. And I am going to pretty much did exactly what I did in the CRX, and the CRX doesn't have any leaks whatsoever. The CRX only has the plug, but there's no tray, no mechanism, no nothing underneath the roof, and it has a DX headliner on it. But I'm gonna eliminate it, plug it, and then I'm not gonna really show you much about it. I'll put the little card of when I did do it for the CRX. I have a whole video on it. I'll link it above right here. So first things first, I'm gonna cover it, move it around. Wanted to show you guys this real quick. Yes, this is a plexiglass for the trunk, and these are the plexiglass for the rear quarter windows, and then we have a passenger plexiglass. Huge shout out to my buddy Wee Weed. His name is Bud Moda on Instagram. Aaron hooked me up pretty fat in exchange for just welding bungs on his valve cover right here, and he pretty much shot me the plexiglass almost complete for the CRX. Sorry, I can only cross my hand with hold on. Truly blessed, man. Thank you for contributing to the budget race car. That will save a ton of weight in just the glass alone. I'm still probably going to get the one for the back of the trunk right here, because that's also glass. But the least of my worries right now, I want to get everything 100% before I start doing like cosmetic stuff. And so yeah, man, again, thank you very much for donating that to the cause. I owe you one big time, bro. For real, for real, for real. Okay, on the GoPro screen it's pretty dark, but got the headliner out right here. You just pretty much take off the sun visors right here, the mirror, and it's just a few bolts. The pillar comes off on both sides. Then there's two white tabs right here that holds the headliner in place. Once you get these off, or break it like I did, you can scoot the headliner forward to unhook it from the front windshield section right here, and then that comes off. So now I am going to remove the 10 mil bolts. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 millimeter bolts. And then there's going to be these tubes right here at the end near the seat belt or door pillar. You're going to have to use, you can pinch it and move it, or use pliers to no, you can use your finger. So I just took it off. If yours is clogged, water might spew out of it. I don't know if mine will. I am almost certain. But I'm going to remove the 10s, remove the hoses, and the whole sunroof should just fall down if you're not careful. But now, I thought this was a clean plug, because I was gonna like take this one and put it on my CRX since it's like super rusted. But this one's fucked up too, so whatever. I'm gonna plug this one back up here. I'm gonna go find all my little 90-degree brackets and stuff, some self-tappers, and window caulking to completely seal it, so there's no water gonna be going through the sunroof molding no more. Hey, got the plug separated from the sliders. 10 mil bolt here, 10 mil bolt there, comes right off. I cleaned the weather stripping and I cleaned the roof. You can see where I used a torch and blew the edge dry, right? Because I want this to be as dry as possible for when I use the window caulking to seal from the inside, that it's gonna dry, adhere to the, you know, the roof side and the panel side, rather than cure on the water, which then dries up and leaves a you know, gap for water to get through. So these brackets right here, this is left over from when I did my CRX. You're only going to need like 4 to 6 depending on how firm you really want it. I'm putting window caulking, so it's really gonna glue itself in there. I'm using this and pretty much just using the lip right here and position the sunroof where I want it to be. You can weld it in. I'm just gonna rivet it because, like I said, the adhesive is going to be extra strength. I can always knock this out later in the future if I ever want to throw a working sunroof back in, but for this car I know that's not going to happen. But I did it on that car with that intention. So I'm going to take measurements on how flush I want the plug to sit on the roof, and then, you know, start drilling and tapping these suckers in. So like I said, I already put up the video for you guys to check out the full thorough process on how to delete your sunroof with just, you know, with just Home Depot material. I'm gonna knock this out so I can move on to like maybe the battery box or something, since the trunk is facing backward now. Sunroof nice and flat to the roof itself. You can see flushed both sides. Got the brackets tap screwed in place. I use a shorter one here because I actually punched it right there, but the other ones are cool. There's 2 on that side. There's none in the front, none in the rear. It's not that bad, so I don't think, maybe I'll put one in the back because it flops a lot more than the front. Probably gonna run my finger through this and smear it, pack it in there. I'm gonna do that corner right here, and that's gonna sum up this sunroof. Plug, delete thing. I'm gonna leave the car parked backward tonight because I want this to fully dry before, you know, the rain hits it. You can see right there, a tad bit, no big deal. So now I'm going to possibly, well, not possibly, I am going to mount the battery box back here, relocate the ground cable because they, for some reason, made a hole right here, and it is bolted to the rear tow hook, or sway bar bracket or something. Is bolted down there at the bottom. I'm gonna bring it back out, grind it down nice and flat, put a huge washer on it. I've always had my ground right here, no issues. Battery box is going to be at the back, so it's going to be right there. Modify the battery tray, and they got the work cut out for me already. They drilled out the bracket that sits on the frame rail, so this is going to sit nice and flat on the box. And then, you know, obviously double check, make sure the car turns on before I oh my god, the carpet's dirty again. Floor's wet and I was sitting in there. Probably gonna vacuum that tonight as well. Probably gonna do that right now actually, because I don't want to get too you know, noisy in the middle of the night. So what I'm doing is, usually I bolt this box in place right here, but I use a lot of washers to keep it from moving all over the place like that because of how uneven this is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this plate, trace it to the same length as this battery box, and I'm going to drill holes right here where it's touching these humps, grind these guys down, as well as the one in the back where it's going to sit flush to. And I'm just going to weld like right here, and then I'm gonna do like 1 inch every like 3 inch or so that this plate is welded to the chassis, and then the battery box can sit flat along with the bracket, which is also flat, and I can bolt this down to the metal plate to stabilize the battery with the tie downs hook. I still don't have any grinder blade, but we'll make it happen. Got my plate cut out. It's painted with a rust preventative primer because that's the underside that's going to be facing downward, and I want to make sure that it has primer on it. When we get around to cleaning the back half of the interior, obviously I'm going to pull off the sound deadening on the wheel well, dyed it a little bit as far as the webs, and then I'm going to paint it rattle can Rust-Oleum smoke gray to match the exterior of the car. So we're gonna make sure that that's not gonna rust. But once that is dried up, I already got the areas grinded out for welding that plate in, and then we can mount the battery box. Then we'll route the line. These lines are pretty boosy, but they work. So we got the plate mounted in place, welded it up. It is sealed from the elements right here along the wall, as well as the other side. Can't really see it right there. Also painted it black, and then we got the box mounted in there with the stock tray. I made a custom tie down since I don't have the stock one or a different style. Battery, box, and tray ain't going anywhere. Battery's done. I've relocated the ground wire right here, and you know, wrapped it up in black so I don't mistake in the two. Redid the connection right here, cut a nice you know, a nice new copper whatever wire portion of the wire, and connected to the terminal so that reaches. This one I don't have to, you know, relocate it because it is long enough. Also redid this one as well. This lines up perfectly right there, and then the box has this, you know, little gap thing right here, which is for the wires, the cables, sorry. And then this clips down like so, and then you have the strap to strap it across to secure this lid doesn't come off. So we are done with the battery, guys. It is late. I haven't even got a distribution block, so I will continue this video tomorrow, and continue this video tomorrow to make one video of 2 days. We'll get you guys caught up because there are a few videos ahead of this one, and obviously pre-recorded. Today is Tuesday, January 9th, so hopefully we get you guys caught up with the budget race car and all the updates that are coming as we go. And my GoPro is like 2%, so mañana. And welcome back, guys. So we are in the junkyard today, and this car's got pretty much everything that I need to grab. I'm gonna snag the headliner because it is an HF, no sunroof, very clean. I might be colorblind, but I think it's blue, which doesn't bother me at all. Door handle is intact, which is also blue, which does not bother me at all. As long as it's fully functional, that's all that matters. I'm gonna snag this door cap right here because mine is missing this one. Try not to break any of the clips. I want the rear bumper too, but it's kind of messed up right there. It's Wednesday, and for members only, we have a 50% off this Friday and 3 days, I think it is. So I'll come back, grab this on 50% off or something. Also wanted to eliminate my antenna, and this has a block off. I was gonna shave it when I did the body work, but I prefer to have the block off so I don't have to patch up a big ass hole. I need this because I don't have this in my car, even though it's blue. Oh, this is repainted. If you guys remembered, I took that bottom skirt because I thought I didn't need the top one, but now I got the top one. Distribution block. Mamel, get off my car. Go. Off my car. You were not fucking that cat on my car. Cause if I look at that camera and you was, bro, you sleeping outside. Hear me? Mother asshole. Alright guys, so I've been back home since the junkyard, Best Buys, and I went to go grab some food. Just finished editing the video you guys should see before this one. Got the headliner. He charged this as a door sill, or this was a, no, this was plastic. This was a door sill. without thinking, everything came out to be 40 bucks. If I waited till Friday, the car might be gone because it's been there for a cool minute. So I said, fuck it, I'm gonna snag it now. Paid 40 bucks for headliner, door sill, that miscellaneous plastic, a ton of fucking main relays, because you know we're notorious for having those go out, and my door handle. So while we still got some daylight, I'm gonna take that door panel back off since it's not fully screwed in, it's just sitting on there. Put my door handle on, put the door panel on 100%, pull my antenna off, put my block off. I got my distribution block, so I'm gonna put this intake on. I want to see how it looks. Zam Zaddy. Alright, so here's the intake on the car. I really don't like the empty headlight slot. I did ask for maybe if somebody had like a passenger size ZC headlight or like an angel eye or something that I can use a housing on with a plastic lens that I can cut out 3-inch hole to have the intake coming out of it to look more complete. But we'll see. This will do for now until I do, because like I said, I wanted to keep my corner lights. Bumper's not on yet, so it looks all jank, but thumbnail or thumbnail right there. All right, now let's get to work. Remove this, and I originally was going to keep this for my CRX. But two reasons why I don't want it is because it's this ugly looking shape and not the original square looking one. On top of that, somebody already cut the wires. I didn't do that. Got the block off put on, and this is going to come back off when I get this car ready for paint. But it's on here because I don't want the rain to get into it, so hopefully no rain gets into it. I remembered that the car leaks through here as well, and I didn't snag the other weather stripping on the other car. This is like crusted up and it's missing all of this, but oh, it's missing this one too. Damn it. Yeah. Hey. Broken. Not broken. Boom. One more for the other side. Boom. 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. So I got the headliner installed. I'm on the phone with August Cascade Sean. He told me to hold 1 second, and I'm past 30 seconds now. But I am upside down in the car, laying on the carpet. But that's done. Interior is starting to look a lot more cleaner. Hunter tune. Mint. So the interior is looking a lot more cleaner. Headliner is all done up as well. I'm actually not going to do the distribution block for the power cable tonight because dude just hit me back up. He has a 6-putt clutch, stage 3 for sale with a light and flywheel for $125, 3K miles, throwout bearing, and all is coming with it. That's awesome. So I'm going to clean up, close up, and head out there. It's an hour drive, one way. So that only means we're going to expect the motor to come out real soon. And if the motor is coming out real soon, that means we're going to be prepping the engine bay and all that jazz. So let's go pick up this clutch.